Swing plane is so important because if the club is not on plane, you're going to have to use your wrist to try to manipulate the club to get it back on plane. And that's not a good thing. So let's kind of define swing plane. Well, the club shaft sits on an angle, and the angle can change, but the base of the angle does not change. And that's very, very handy for a golfer, because for you to keep the club on plane, all you have to do is point the low end of the club, whichever end that happens to be, either the club head or the butt end of the club. All you have to do is point the low end of the club at the baseline. For example, in my startup, here I go. Notice the club is pointing right at my sticks. Now it's not covering it, it's not staying on it, it's just pointing at it, right? And as I continue back, now it's parallel, and then the butt end of the club picks it up. Now we're on plane. Here's a great drill for you to do that at home. Take a third stick after you've got your baseline down. Hold it right on the bottom of the grip. Get your normal address. Well, the stick might be over here because of the extension, but that's okay. Now as I make my backswing, notice that I'm tracing right along that plane line. Now I can see the club is parallel. Now as I start to cock my left wrist, look, there we go. Now the butt of the club's pointing right at that baseline. All the way to the top, always pointing. Start down, here come the club. Where is it pointing? It's changing every single minute, but it's always pointing right down along that baseline. Now it's parallel, and now I come into impact. Boom, there we go, flat left wrist right along the baseline, out into follow through. And even when I finish my swing, and I start to recock my wrist, look, I'm still over here pointing at the baseline. Only at the very end of my finish would I come off that baseline. So whether I'm putting or with my driver, all you have to do is point the club at the baseline and your scores will drop.